guys all right? What is up? What is up, everybody? How is everybody doing, man? Long time no see. I am very much excited for this live. And I just want to say, man, first and foremost, thank you to everybody that has showed me, man, love. It's been a lot of love, okay? A lot of love has been shown throughout these days. And listen, I don't even know where to begin, so I'm not going to begin. I'm just going to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed, everybody that has tuned in, tapped in with your boy, everything. Okay, yeah. Feel free to comment, ask questions, everything throughout this live. This is for you guys. This is a sporadic live that I wanted to do, not only just because of you know the content, usually, right? But because I see a lot of people that are trying to grow. All right. Today I hit a whole record of eBay automation sales. There we go. It's brighter. And signups. And I would assume that's because people are looking to grow. People are looking to build. And I'm just at this point trying to make sure that I give back, especially with all of the support that you guys are giving. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop into a bunch of topics, a bunch of tips. I'm just trying to pull something up real quick for you guys. First, we're gonna go over how you guys are going to become the number one resellers in your family, in your area. Now, I don't want to say in the world because there's a lot of competition now. Okay, but how are you guys going to become the number one resellers to your standards, right? How are you going to become better? How are you going to start making more money? How are you going to grow? It's a bunch of different steps that you need to take, but let's start by really recognizing what you're doing that is holding you back. Okay. We all are doing a lot of things that are holding us back, a lot of things that are not helping us achieve our goals. And I want to start by literally, now I got everything pulled up on the screen. I can get in my zone saying this, right? You guys know that I used to go live a lot and I used to spill a lot of motivation, especially when it comes to entrepreneurs and a bunch of things that we go through, personal and business. But one thing I will say is it's time to stop talking about it. It's time to stop talking about it, and that's why I haven't really went live, because it's time. It's time to just stop. Right? A lot of us, we talk about it. We want to listen, especially on car rides. We listen to podcasts. We listen to TikToks, Instagrams, a whole bunch of different things, short content, long form, YouTube, whatever, ebooks. But like, how much are you putting into actually making it happen? What are you doing? What did you do today to make it happen? And what is it? It is what you are deciding to actually change, right? Now, I don't want to hop into the New Year's resolution thing or into the, oh, well, I'm going to be rich or I'm going to be wealthy or I want to start my bit. All of us, okay? All of us, everybody that watches content on YouTube in the realm of reselling or drop shipping or phone flipping, we all want to make money. That's evident. But how many of us are actually doing it? How many of us are actually taking those steps? A few. Okay. Now, this is what I will say. All right. I draw up about 7 to 30 invoices a day. Right. And these invoices are for a bunch of different wholesale products. And these are people that are taking action. Right. People that are ordering anywhere from battery packs to a whole bunch of slew of things. The battery packs to these to AirPod reps to the smallest of the smallest products, right? People that are buying these things to resell in different ways. But let me ask you something. Why are you not? Right? I'm not talking about my website. Forget my website for a second. Forget my business. Forget that I'm somebody that sells to you. I'm asking you as a person. I'm asking you as a human being. Why are you not actually pursuing the dreams that you want to pursue? Right? I used to be a procrastinator. I used to be a person that put things off. I used to be a person that said, well, I'll do it tomorrow. You want to know what ended up happening with those things is those things started being achieved by people around me. And I started to just sit there and become a spectator. And you know how you see those commercials of different things that were invented, whether it's a gadget or maybe a service or a software or whatever, right? You dreamed of this. You already had this idea, but it happened. You saw it on Shark Tank or you saw it on a commercial. The thing is, right, while you're dreaming about it, somebody is actually working for it. And I really want to tell everybody that is a part of my audience to get off of your ass. Get off your ass and start doing it. Now, while yes, it may sound very blunt and you might not like my approach, I don't care. And let me tell you why. Not because I don't care about people's feelings. It's not because I don't care of your situation, right? Whether you're a single dad, single mom, you got 8 kids, 3 kids, 1 kid, 10 kids, right? I done seen it all. And I will say this, there are people out there that are in their own way because they have excuses, and we don't have time for that. That's why I'm so blunt, so honest, and so straightforward, because we don't have time for the, I don't want to curse, for the BS. We don't have time for the, oh, I'm a single mother. Oh, I'm a single dad, and I don't have enough time. There's another single dad or another single mother that is working harder than you. So don't be upset when you are the one getting the scraps, or when you're the one playing the back, or when you're the one serving them coffee. Don't be upset, because you did not put in the work to actually be in the position they're in. Not because you can't, not because you're not capable, because you didn't want to. Okay. And I wanted to start off with that because I had a conversation with a new student in the Hustlers Network. You guys know I've been going hard for the Hustlers Network, something I started new. But I think it would be a disjustice for me to talk about the Hustler Network, but not tell you guys the truth. Y'all know how I'm just an honest, blunt person. So I got to tell y'all the truth. Okay, this right here did not just come out of nowhere, right? The Hustlers Network, product, mentorship, profits, right? All of my services that I provide are very fairly priced, I feel, right? eBay automation, $250 every single week. You get an assistant that lists, ships, and provides products for you. I think that's fair. Whether it's a call, okay? You can book a call from anywhere from $35 to $75, depending on the time frame. I think that's fair. The products that I have on WESPLY, I think that's fair, okay? I think all of these things are fair. And the reason why my prices are my prices is because I remember being in the same situation you're in right now. The difference is I didn't have a person going live watching me, or that I was watching, that would be straightforward and honest, right? If you're in a bum position, you're in a bum position because you chose. If you're in a awkward position, living with your mother or living somewhere up under somebody that you feel like you don't need to or you shouldn't be, if you feel like you're behind and you're older and you may have lost a couple years because you made a decision, that's your fault. If you feel like you're young and you have no direction and you don't know where you're supposed to be going right now, that's your fault. If you feel like, hey, well, I'm working a 9 to 5, but it's not enough income and I cannot provide for my family, that is your fault, right? Now, that is your fault. And let's make this clear. I'm not perfect. And I'm in a bunch of situations where, guess what? It's my fault. And the Hustlers Network did not come out of nowhere. I have 2 other communities. Okay. Now I had a community on schools that I call the Hustlers Academy. Okay. And this was an academy that I did a similar thing with, where I provided products, but I didn't really have a feel for how people would receive the fact that they would sign up, get free products every month, and have access to calls, but it was not unlimited. It was like you can book a call whenever I'm available, and also be able to join classes. So I use this as like an experiment, and I did promote it a little bit. If you look back on some videos, I promoted it, and I got some people that joined that, to be honest, were not it. They weren't what I was looking for. This Hustlers Network isn't for the weak. It's not, and I'm not saying that people that joined were weak. I'm just saying it was not for anybody. It's not for just somebody. It's for hustlers. It's for people that are tired of being in the same position that they are in right now. That's what it is. If you are okay with being where you're at right now and you just are looking to dump your money into something, or maybe you're just looking for some products, go to AliExpress. Go to your favorite drop shippers fake ass community. Go to your favorite phone flippers phone flipping academy. Go there and pay that money for them to forget about you, but also give you the runaround and tell you how to outsource and use extensions to become rich just like them. News flash. If you want to be rich, if you want to make a bunch of money like the people you watch on YouTube, don't invest with them, because that's not, obviously, why would they be even on YouTube teaching you how to do the same thing that they would do so you could be a direct competitor? Let's make this clear. Let's go, and like the young people say, let's clock that T, right? Like let's really get deep down in the gutter real quick. Because see, I was talking to a student and he was telling me how, hey, I joined this academy, it wasn't academy, it was this community for Amazon. And this community, I started out with it, but they grew big and they forgot about me. They stopped answering questions and stuff. And I just felt left out. And with this community that I had started previously with the Hustlers Academy, I felt left out, the person that created it. Now, why did I feel left out? I felt left out because I was giving people a whole bunch of products and people were requesting their free products, but they weren't doing shit for the academy. They weren't doing nothing. They weren't participating in the classes. They weren't participating in being inspiring or actually being somebody that is there. Why didn't they want to be there? I had to think to myself, well, Brandon, you have a Hustlers Academy. They're paying their bread. They're paying their money, Brandon, every month. You're good. You have money coming in from these people. They put skin in the game. So why are you complaining, Brandon? And I had to really think to myself, like, why do I feel some type of way about an academy where I'm getting money, I'm giving them products, and just because they're not participating, that doesn't necessarily weigh on you, Brandon. You want to know why I felt that way? Because I had to do a deep dive. Every product that I have, I do a deep dive. Every time I talk and I put a video up, my videos may not be the best looking videos. My thumbnails may not be the most professional thumbnails, but my channels may not be the most biggest channels. But I'm going to tell you something what you get with me. You get 100% authentic, somebody that wants you to be successful. That's what you get. You get an authentic person that is a human, that is never out of touch, that is never willing to lie to you to get money from you or more money from you than you will make. You're getting an authentic individual that had to grind their mother behinds off just like you. And I was a little upset with this academy, which is still going on. But I kicked some people out because you guys thought that this was a place just to get products. The issue is when you get the products, you don't know how to sell them. Or maybe you do know how to sell them. The problem is you may know how to sell them and you may know what platform to put them on, but to be honest, you're not making any more money than you would have made without me. And that's the problem. This right here, Hustlers Network, this is something I'm doing because I am dedicated to helping people actually come in and leave out better. Let me go full screen. Come in and leave out better. Right? So I don't have a phone. I don't have a phone academy anymore. Why? Because with phone academies, people don't come in and leave out better. Let me tell you the truth. What happens with phone academies is you're paying me for old news. And I had to realize that when I had this phone flipping academy, and I think I charged people $109 or something like that. And that was all pocketed, right? That's all money. I didn't have to pay for a product to be sent to you. I didn't have to pay for it. That was just bread, right? Like that was a digital product, right? Like that was that. But why wasn't I just satisfied with that? Because when I did my follow-ups with the phone flippers that joined and then graduated from the academy, I didn't see any major improvement. I'm not in this for money. I'm not in this for shits and giggles. I'm not in this for people to join something and then just get the bare minimum. Like, that's not what I'm in. I'm in here for us to challenge each other, us to grow, us to get dirty, us to really feel how it feels to actually be successful. Let me tell you something. When I first started my business, no lie, no cap, 100% truth, I met this lady named Vakia Bates. Okay? And I met this lady, and this lady changed my life because she didn't know it, but she was a lady that worked for T-Mobile. And at the time, I was somebody that was doing products, and I wanted to learn how T-Mobile stores operated. This is a true 100% true story. So what I did was I said, yo, I hit up one of my friends at T-Mobile. I got a lot of friends at T-Mobile, and I said, yo, listen, I need to get into a store, bro. Like, I need to get into a store, and I need to shadow a manager, because at the time my store was doing a little bad, because I felt like I wasn't managing my employees correctly. So what better thing to do than go to a store that is high volume, making bread, and also operating smoothly, right? So that's me. I'm somebody that will go undercover, or I'll get my ass dirty, or I'll go outside and feet on ground and learn how to be better. That's me. You want to be a reseller? Get your ass up. Go to a flea market. Go to a pop-up shop. Go somewhere and learn what people want. Learn what they want. If you want to be a phone flipper, get your behind up and actually go to pawn shops. Go to places that are buying these phones better than you. Go to people that are actually making more money than you and shadow them, and also ask them questions. So that's what I did with this lady Vakia. Now this lady Vakia, she was with Sprint for so long, like 10 years, and she was seasoned, okay? But one thing I realized about her is she was an attractive woman, but people respected her. They respected her. And one day I came into to her store to upgrade my phone, and I saw how when I walked in, her reps, they all respected me. They weren't on their phones. They greeted me. They upsold me. They pitched me. They made sure that they had orders of operation. So I said, you know what? I gotta go and I have to shadow this young lady. Well, this older lady, but yeah. So I went and shadowed her. And for the first time in my life, I saw somebody at work working like it was their business. So I saw this lady from sun up and sun down texting her employees. When she wasn't at work, she was making sure that the store was going good. She also made sure that the metrics were correct. She had a day call every day. Even when she wasn't working, she called her reps. And she was like, okay, hey, Joseph, what's your numbers? Hey, Susie, what's your numbers? Okay, Susie, you need to do da-da-da. Like, she was doing all this, but she didn't own T-Mobile. She didn't own the company. She don't own the company. And I had to ask her, I said, hey, do you need the money? I lied to you not. I asked her, I said, hey, do you do this because you need the money? Because you're like always working. And she said, no, my husband, he owns such and such. I don't want to blast that company out, but he owns a certain company. And I do this so I can get out the house. Huh? Yeah, I do this so I can get out the house. I'm like, but you work so much. Every day you call your reps and you make sure that they have the numbers they need. And if they don't, you guys figure out why not and you guys fix it. Every single day you are making sure you're inspecting what you inspect with the business that isn't even your business. They can fire you tomorrow. And she said to me, Brandon, and this changed my life. She said, Brandon, you know, the technology field is a rinse and repeat industry. I said, okay. She said, so when I first started leaving high school and got into Sprint, I learned how to do what I'm showing people now. And always remember that a leader makes people around them better. That's when you're truly successful. So me having that experience and seeing this lady that didn't own this company work so hard and really honestly rarely take off, it made me look at my business differently, because I would go to my store sometimes I wouldn't. It was on autopilot. I'm like, sometimes I stay in the crib, sometimes I'm out with a girl while my store is open, sometimes I'm on vacation while my store is open. But that's not going to make me successful. And I had to learn that in order to have a business, you have to be it. In order to have success, you have to create it. In order to continue to create success, you have to continue to critique and push the envelope and remember that it's a rinse and repeat game, which means it never stops. So for everybody out there that may be getting low sales, may be having a hard time finding products, may have a hard time flipping phones, it's because you're not rinse and repeating. It's because you're not living your business. You are just doing business. For everybody out there that feels like, yo, I feel like I should be better or be further, it's not the business or the people or the customer. It's the fact that you're not working hard enough. You have to work so hard that people say, hey, when do you get sleep? Now, why? Because, see, when you work that hard, you start to be able to reflect your lessons on others, and then they take over eventually for you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce to you guys, before I go into anything else on this live stream, I'm going to introduce to you guys something that is going to make you a lot of money. It's not going to make you a lot of money because of me, though. It's going to make you a lot of money because it's you that is going to push yourself further and harder than you've ever done before. I'm going to introduce to you guys a community that I'm starting and that is already up and running and live, that is not like any community I have. I have a Discord full of people that ask me questions but don't do anything. I have a community where I give people products and they get the products and don't do anything. But this will not be a community where you get products, mentorship, and profits and not do anything. No, this will be a community where we hold each other accountable. I mentor you personally and individually. I'm only allowing 150 people in here in the first place because that is going to be my first bucket threshold that I will be able to manage. And we're going to make you not just a reseller, not just a phone flipper, not just an entrepreneur, but we're going to make you somebody that understands how to do it on your own. See, this is a community finally that you found that will not make you feel like you need them. See, I see a lot of these fake ass drop shippers out here telling people, hey, join my academy, join my community, and I'll give you a vendor link and a bunch of products for you to sell. I'll tell you, but I won't give it to you. But I'll tell you. Let me make this clear. Let's set the mood. Okay? Your favorite drop shipper is a scammer. You heard what I said. I don't care. I've seen, type in drop ship on YouTube. The people that pop up, they're scammers. Let me tell you what they do. You can literally create fake Shopifys with fake results, literally by manually making sales. Also, what you could do is you could make sales but hide the chargebacks. I have people that go on my Discord and try to mass promote that, oh, I didn't believe that e-commerce dropshipping worked until I made $1 billion in 30 days. And guys, you should hit me up in my inbox and I'll show you how to do it. Why the freak would you be showing me how to make money if you're too busy making it? Why? Why would you be showing me how to do what you do if you do what you do great? Why would you be showing me how to drop ship if drop shipping is that easy that you can put it on autopilot? Why wouldn't you just be retired on an island with your family, relaxing with your feet up and chilling? Maybe you're like, well, because Brandon, they want to push the envelope, bro. Bro, they trying to get right. Bro, it's because they are trying to push it just like you said. See, this is where we would have really have to deep dive, okay? Let me actually do this because I want to make sure that I can see our chats. I can't see nothing. But this is where we have to do a deep dive, right? Because, see, no, the reason they do it is because they're not making the money they act like they're making, and they'll never make you the money that they say they're making because they don't make it. Your favorite drop shipper, and I should be calling them out by names, but I respect people's hustle and business, but I don't respect it when it comes to my people, okay? I don't respect it. I seen a drop shipper talking about I'm opening an office and da-da-da. Bro, if you don't cut that bull crap out, bro, you scamming behind person. You ain't making no money from, you're not actually making people money. You want to know what you're doing? You're acting. A lot of you guys are investing in actors. You know what I mean? They are investing in actors. You're investing in somebody saying, "Hey, yo, bro, guys, I can make you a lot of money drop shipping. You don't really have to do anything, so you do it. How about this? You do it, and you keep doing it, and you just go ahead and go about your bit." No, they're lying to you. It's freaking false, scamming, bullcrap. That's the truth. Let me ask you something. Matter of fact, let's talk. Let's talk about it. What I could have did, right? I could have said, "Yo, guys, I got this hustler network." I could have paid a few of my friends and been like, "Yo, listen, I'm gonna put you on this joint. I'm gonna put you on this slide show. I'm gonna do a live on. I'm gonna pay you. I give you $50. All I need you to do is create a video of being like, yo, I made money." Or I could hit somebody up on Instagram. "Yo, listen, I'm looking for actors. And yeah, I could go to the outsourcing websites where I could hire foreigners to create videos acting like they have testimonials for me. But I want to be able to put you up on Instagram and people be able to see it Instagram. So look, I see you don't got a lot of followers. I'm gonna go ahead and slide you a 50 piece, and I just need you to be like, yeah, I made this amount of money." That's all you need nowadays, man. That's all people need, man. I'm telling you straight facts. That's all you need, and that's how people are getting away with it. And see, this network is here to save you from that. Now, I'm not perfect, but one thing I'll say, and the reason I'm saying all of this is because I started to feel like that's what people started to think that my communities were. So that's why I had to start from scratch. I actually took a break from communities because I said I need to make the best community possible for me, for my people. Well, Brandon, what's your community going to do? It's going to be the community that gets people paid. Well, Brandon, you can't guarantee people they're going to get rich or they're going to make a lot of money because you don't determine their work ethic exactly. I know, but what I'll do is I'll give them the tools and then I'll let them use the tools and also help them when they feel like they need to put the tools down. So lastly, before we get into the slide, I had a guy that's been rocking with me for a while, a guy that's been commenting on my videos for a long time, a guy that was a subscriber, and he's brought a phone flipping academy from me. He's brought mad products from me, and I appreciate this individual. He asked me to get into a few business ventures with him. I never did. This person was awesome. The reason I didn't get in business ventures with him is because I knew his work ethic. And it's no disrespect to him, but it's all disrespect if it's taken that way. I work harder than you. I want it more than you. I grind not to just get results. I grind to have consistency. I grind so that my children, my beautiful daughter, won't never have to work for another person a day in her life. That's why I grind. And me and you had different intentions. And you may be saying, well, Brandon, that's harsh. It's not, because see, this is one thing about me. I don't give handouts. And I also don't hold my tongue, especially when it comes to business. The reason is because I feel like everybody deserves to have the honest truth told to them when they don't want to hear it. And this individual hit me up on one of my communities recently, and he changed the way I thought about a lot of things when it came to me working with people. And he told me this. He said, bro, I'm going to stop doing a community. I canceled my membership because I've been trying this, man, and I haven't been making any money. See, with my last community, and you're going to see in this slide, I've helped a lot of people make money. But there has been people that haven't. And he was one of them. And he was begging me for products and this and that. And the reason he was doing it, and I had to realize this, is because he wanted the products to make him feel like he was going to make money instead of his work making him feel like he was going to make money. See, this person started out as a phone flipper, never walked out the house to flip a phone. Then this person started out as a reseller. He wanted to do Macari automation, then eBay automation. But one thing I realized about this person is when things weren't working, he never got up and tried to make them work. He never tried to figure out a way. And then as I saw this and I saw that he didn't really have what it took to be a hustler. See, a lot of people think that A hustler could be two things. Some people think hustlers can have a negative, stigma to them because it could be, somebody doing something bad. And then some people think a hustler is just somebody that makes money. The way I look at a hustler is somebody that is constantly chasing what they fail. Let me speak that shit. I said a hustler is somebody that is constantly chasing what they fail. See, when I played basketball and when I had my tryouts in high school, right? When I would fail at something, when like somebody would probably because I was a GOAT, let's make that clear. But when I would be in a game and somebody beat me off the dribble, right? And they score, I had to hustle to get back. I had to still hustle to get back. I still had to make sure that I got on the other end of the court. See, I failed though. Did I sit there and be like, damn, that bull just scored on me, bro? What the? No, I didn't. I said, you know what? Boom, he scored. All right, cool. Next play. See, that's the problem, right? So this person made me understand why I can't help everybody, because everybody doesn't understand that the failure is what makes them work harder. That is what a hustler is. A hustler is somebody that started from the bottom and goes to the top. A hustler is somebody that realizes how it feels to not have, so they want to move and work so hard so they never, ever have to get to that point again. And you, my friend, were never a hustler. Now, I still like you and I still would talk and chop it up with you. But you were a supporter. I don't want any more supporters. I want hustlers. See, because the way I make my money, let me full screen it, man. Let me tell y'all what, because y'all know how I said, don't invest with people that are trying to teach you how to make money when they're supposed to have made all the money, right? Let's keep it a stack. I don't want physical stores. I don't want physical stores. I want a wholesale company that is massive on the scale of a AliExpress or DHgate, but I want it to be in the US. And I want to be able to cater to individuals that want to resell on platforms like Mercari, Amazon, Facebook, eBay, Walmart Marketplace, Best Buy, all of those places. I'm not there yet. So if you ask me, hey, well, Brandon, you just said don't invest in people that are saying that they're teaching you things to make money when they should already be making money. See, here's the difference. As a hustler, you understand that just because you reach this point doesn't necessarily mean that it's nowhere to go up. You get me? So when I sat there and have my stores, I look at it and I say, this ain't good enough. Okay, let me get a warehouse. Okay, boom, that's not good enough. All right, now I need to get wholesalers and I need to get resellers and I need to get businesses to actually buy the products from me. I got to make people wealthy, not rich. See, that's the difference. Rich is money. Wealth is time. See, you see how I'm spilling this knowledge and this information, right? That's what the Hustler Network is meant for. It is meant for information. It is not meant for advice. Because if I give you advice, I'm teaching you how to be me. If I give you information, I'm giving you something and I'm allowing you to do what you want for it. D-Thrive, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I got you. So that is the difference. The difference is understanding that when we are getting to the point of wanting it as bad as we want to breathe, we start to realize that information is what we need. We don't necessarily need to have anybody telling us how to be like them. Like, I don't need nobody telling me, yo, bro, like, this is how you become me, because you're going to fail. And this is where a lot of these individuals that think that they're resellers and they think that they're mentors and they think that they have communities and they think that they're just so rich that they could teach people how to be rich. That's where they fail, because see, what they do is they think to themselves, sorry guys, I'm sending an email. They think to themselves, I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. They think to themselves that, yo, if I tell people that they can be like me, they'll pay me to be like me. But in all reality, all they're doing is milking people until they have no more, or until they give up. I don't like when people make me feel like, or even try to insinuate that I want to milk anybody. Because let's make this very, very clear. eBay automation, I don't make any money from it until people start wholesaling from me. eBay automation isn't meant for people to use us forever. I give that money to the assistants. The assistants make their bread. They take that bread, that $50 that they get a week, and they're happy with it because they have a bunch of people paying them $50, right? Then the $200, yes, that shows products moving in and out of my warehouse, in and out of my store. That's what I need. At that point, then I can take that, those receipts and that revenue and that motion. Let's just talk about it as motion. When I show I have motion, right? Then my business is now becoming more valuable. That's how I get paid. When it comes to Mercari, same thing. Mercari automation, same thing. When it comes to YouTube, I make a lot of money off of YouTube. But it's funny, I don't make a lot of money off of YouTube when it comes to videos, the videos in totality. I make a lot of money off of YouTube because I have so many different connections I built. I found 2 business partners off of eBay already that I get paid residuals off of every single month. One in Atlanta and one in Colorado. But I digress. Understand this. This costs $100. Let's make this very clear, even though it's in the slides, but it costs $100. It will never go down in price, and it will change in price, though. It will go up because of the cost it cost me to keep this going in time. But it costs $100 right now, right? And the reason it costs $100 is because you get free products, 12 to be exact, every single month. You get unlimited calls with me. So whenever you see my openings on my calendar, you're able to book a call with me. And it also has 2 classes every single week. We're about to get into that. But I want to make this very clear. Understand this. Your money does not give you wealth. Wealth is time. And wealth is, I don't have to go and report to anybody because I run myself. I run my time. Now, this is no disrespect to anybody that has this, that works for somebody, works for a business, right? Because see, here's the thing. Working a 9-to-5 is the best thing you can ever do to learn discipline to be an entrepreneur. How can you become an entrepreneur when you don't know how it is or how it feels to work for one? How can you become an entrepreneur when you don't know how it feels to not be able to have freedom? How can you be an entrepreneur and stay an entrepreneur when you don't know how it feels to say, yo, I'm getting paid in 2 weeks, but I don't got enough bread to even have gas to get to work? How do you know how it feels to want and need to be an entrepreneur and need to keep your business open when you never had a job? Let's make this very clear. I love the 9-to-5 aspect. I love people that have 9-to-5s because 9-to-5s will always keep you moving and going. They are great startup funds. What I don't like is when people settle for 9-to-5s. I don't like that because you're settling for somebody else to put food on your table for you and your family. How do you call yourself a man? Well, Brandon, what do you mean how I call myself a man? I'm providing for my family. You are. That is skippity-dippity true. You're providing for your family. The problem I'm having, though, is you're providing for your family now, but when you're gone, they have to now restart. Well, Brandon, that's how it works. Yeah, for poor people. We're not poor people. Now you're like, well, damn, Brandon, who do you think you are? You think you're better than... No. Poor people have poor mindsets. You're watching me right now. You don't have a poor mindset. You could be watching some drama on YouTube. You could be watching some relationship podcasts. You could be watching some cartoons, some sports. You're watching me right now. You don't have a poor mindset. Stop acting like it. Stop thinking like it. Sometimes we forget who we are. Sometimes we forget who we are. And that is what fueled me to the Hustlers Network. Now, who am I? This timeline is kind of wrong because the person that did it, they was out of pocket like a pistol in a robbery. They didn't hit me up. I was in a meeting. And they started just doing anything. But let's just go over some small details. Okay. I got kicked out. Okay, I lost my first job, Sam's Club. Lost my first job because I was younger than what I said, and they found out. Then I moved to Philadelphia, started my first business called Next Level. It was a modeling agency. This modeling agency that I had models and photographers and rappers. I was going to put them all together, make them all pay for memberships to work together. It was going to be a syndicate, which is the network, and I was going to become the next P. Diddy. It didn't work out that way. I'm gonna move my camera, guys, so that you guys can see the whole thing. Okay, I was a individual that liked to mix business with pleasure. I was dealing with all the models that I was getting, and I wasn't taking the business seriously. Photographers were scammers and weirdos, and it didn't work out. I failed miserably. I paid so much money and never made a dime. I had this company for 2 years. I never made money or profit from a model or a photographer or a rapper. So that failed. So I started working with the Sprint third party because as I was doing my business called Next Level, I also was doing Wake Up Now. I then ran into a business owner that owned a Sprint store. This Sprint store guy is the one that introduced me to the wholesalers and the product people that I work with now. And then I started to realize that he was paying me under the table. He was paying me some scraps. He was hiding money from me. He wasn't even trying to employ me. He actually was just paying me under the table. And I didn't have any health insurance. I didn't have anything. And I was in the street getting my hands dirty, bringing customers into his store while he did not appreciate me. I started working for myself, and I took his distributors. And I also was phone flipping. Now, after that, I wasn't making enough because, again, while I'm phone flipping and while I'm product reselling out the back of my trunk, my car broke down. Never forget it. It broke down at a red light. I remember going to the store owner and letting him know. He didn't really care. I had to say, I had to, you're not making enough money when things go wrong and you don't have enough to actually be able to fix that problem. So I had to really be honest with myself and tell myself, you're a bum. Well, yeah, you have a business, and when people look at you, they think that you're this big honcho guy, but you're still a bum. Just because people look at you and think that you have money doesn't necessarily mean you're not a bum. When you look at your bank account and your bank account isn't enough to actually have you or let you live the life that you want to live, you're a bum. That's how you should feel. I'm a bum in my eyes. I could do better. Okay? I am somebody that is not living to my full potential. So I wasn't making enough. I created an eBay. It took me 6 months to sell my first product because I was doing the wrong thing. Then I started phone flipping and reselling full time, made my consistent first 5 figures doing this. I lost everything because I got into a bad partnership because I was a greedy, young, arrogant man that started from the bottom that did not know how to care for people because I thought that I was everything. I thought that my success had to be flaunted in people's faces because people didn't think I would be anything. My mother walked into my room right before graduation and told me that I was never going to graduate and that I was basically a piece of crap because she was upset because she found out that, I didn't really want to go to college and I was bad as hell in school. And what I mean bad in school is I was not going to Spanish. I was going to the library to print out business plans for electric cars I wanted to build and dumb stuff like that and using all the paper in the library, getting suspended for dumb stuff. Like signing everybody up for Wake Up Now. Literally, true story. People that went to Timber Creek High School know that that's literally what I was. I was handing business plans out to my teachers instead of my homework. You hear what I just said? And see, here's the thing. I'm not better than you. And I'm no bigger than you. And I'm no smarter than you. I didn't get A's, B's, and barely got C's. I got D's and F's. You want to know why I did this, though? The reason I was so poor in education is because I didn't understand why I needed to know the value of X when I was just trying to figure out how to be able to survive. Okay? And that created my hustle. Having a mother that didn't know how to raise a man, not having a dad, that had me learn to hustle. And not the wrong way. I was in Jersey. I wasn't in Philly. My mom moved me out of Philly, thank God. So it wasn't no drugs for me to sell. And it wasn't no gang banging really for me to do. It was just me around a whole bunch of suburban individuals. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to be something one day. I was in the church. I wasn't somebody that was I didn't go without. My mom just didn't provide extra. You see what I'm saying? My mom never treated me, well, no, that's a lie. My mom never starved me. My mom never, you don't have to start out rough. You feel me? Like, I'm not one of those people where, hey man, like, dog, like, bro, I ain't had nothing, bro. Like, I ain't had no clothes on my back. No, my mom went to Foreman Mills and got me nice big ass coats. I would walk in school and dragging my coat around. I looked like a nut, but I had a coat. My mom didn't go to Foot Locker. She went to Modell's. She got me the generic 2K sneakers. My mom did what she could because she didn't understand what I was going through. And here's the thing, I needed that. So who is this community for? This community is for those type of individuals, the people that necessarily didn't need to come from the struggle or didn't have to. Now, let's make this very clear. I got kicked out. I would get kicked out for taking coffee mugs to school or a cup or a bowl to school. Okay? I got kicked out. There's times I knocked on my mom's door, or let me tell you, like, I would forget the key to my crib. Y'all remember, like, when you come home and you're like, damn, yo, if I had the key, I gotta call my mom. Yeah, I would call my mom and she would say, hey, listen, you're gonna have to stay outside until I get home, or hey, you ain't coming in. I had to sleep under cars. I had to sleep in the neighbor's house. I had to sleep in the neighbor's garage. I had to sleep at friends' basements and sneak in their houses while their mothers didn't know. I had to do all of that, but that's not struggle. That's not struggle. See, that all happened for a reason. See, we're looking for hustlers, people that understand, yo, listen, I don't care where I've been. I know where I'm going. That's what this community is for. Because I don't care where I've been. I don't care what didn't work. I know where I'm going. I know that it did not work out or pan out for me, but I know where it's going. It's going to go that way because I'm going to bust my ass to make that happen. I don't give a freak what you say. This community is for resellers, people that understand the value of products, assets. See, this ain't for no drop shippers. This ain't for the, hey, Brandon, can I use your website and can I just like not pay for the products but list them, and then if they sell, I can just, hey, Brandon, like, I'm 13 and I don't have enough money, but listen, wow, yes, that's understandable. Understand this, man. I was 10 years old investing in Motor Club of America. I was 16 years old walking up to people's cribs saying, hey, how you doing? My name is Brandon, and I'm just fundraising for my AAU team to go to Florida, and we're just looking for a little donation, and using the donations to sign people up for multi-level marketing companies so I can get paid. So understand that understanding value in money and understanding how money can actually make you more money is important to everybody that joins this community, because this community is not free. This community costs $100. So are you willing to put up $100 every single month to make more? If not, this ain't for you. Click off. Don't click off, because I'm going to go into something else after this, but still, this ain't for you. If you don't understand the point of investing, not for me. I don't listen, I don't need that. Look, okay, how much money did I make today? Today I made, from online today, I made so far $3,100, right? I don't need money, right? I don't need money, right? And it's funny because, when you get to a certain point, it's like, damn, like, the money ain't enough. Like, you get bored because it's like, well, okay, money. Like, I still struggle for things. Yes. Like, yes. But that's not the point. The point is the money doesn't make you excited at a certain point. The feeling of it working does. Like, I just sold 500 chargers. That's crazy. You ain't even think about the bread. That's what this is for. This is for the people that want that feeling. Not the feeling of, oh, yes, I made $3,100 today. Because those are the same people that's going to blow it. Because they're so busy worried about the money, they're not worried about the wealth. They're not worried about the asset. They're not worried about the continuation of their success. They're the people that will say, yes, I made $5,000 on eBay. Let me celebrate. I forget who it was, but somebody the other day did something very small, very small. I think it was like my friend. He was like, "Yo, I DoorDash, bro, and I made 500." He didn't say 500. He made like 200 DoorDashing, and then he was like, "Bro, I'm gonna go ahead and go out for a drink. You want to go?" No, are you kidding me? That's why I only answer his calls after. Before certain hours. Get that bull crap away from me. That's a wrap. I don't want nobody that's celebrating small wins. I don't want you calling my phone if you celebrating a small win. We got real problems out here. We got real money to make. A small win? This is for resellers. Next, this is for if you have it. Now, what's the it? Right? Now, I had to think about when I was telling the person that was designing this, we were on the phone, and I was like, make sure that you say this is for the people that have it. Now, what's it? It has no definition. It, you already know if you have it. You already know if you have it. If you work every single day and you on the clock, but you looking and you thinking to yourself, yo, listen, damn, bro, like, I could do that. You know, I walk into the Sixers stadium or the Eagles stadium, and I think to myself, instead of watching the game, sometimes I'll be like, damn, how much they making off these hot dogs? Damn, how much they paying these? How much do they pay these cleaning people? Damn, I wonder how much the distributors for these seats make. That's what I think. That's it. That's it. Because you start to think differently when you are in a different mind frame. You start to think different. You start to be different, feel different, explain different, hustle different, win differently, take losses differently. You fail differently. You lose $500. You're like, oh my God, I just lost 500. What did I do? I did something with a phone the other day. Oh, boom, I fixed the phone. The guy wanted to buy this phone. I didn't have a repairman. The repairman I paid to fix this phone didn't fix it correctly. So the boy was like, yo, man, I can't buy this because the screen popping up. I used this old behind toolkit because I ain't had a toolkit, right? And I'm working away. So the screen wasn't closed, so I'm getting aggravated. So I'm like, man, let me make this joint close. It was a screw in there. And then when I closed the screen now had like a nice little bubble, like a dead spot or whatever you call it, right? So then I'm like, I gotta go buy a whole new screen. But then I thought to myself, Brandon, this is why this is happening. Somebody somewhere, someplace, somehow is trying to tell you need to be patient. You're gonna lose a lot of money doing this same thing you just did, man. Be patient, man. Slow down. You start to fail differently. When you got it, you fail differently. And lastly, this community is for people that have a why. Now, I don't think I need to explain that. Let me tell y'all my why. One of my stores, I had a young lady working for me. The manager, one of my friends, he had a funeral to go to. He went to the funeral, and I had to pay somebody to come in and watch the store. I went on Indeed because we already knew that we're going to need another, sub, and I hired somebody. Girl calls me that was working at my store in the bathroom crying. She said to me, hey, Brandon, such and such brought bears to work, and I drunk some, and now I feel weird, and now he's trying to come into the bathroom, and he's all on me. And I said, what you mean? She's like, yeah, he's all on me, and I had to hide because he won't leave me alone, and I think he's drunk, and I'm like, what? I'm on my way. Pulled up, smacked the. Let me, PG. I went there and dealt with that. But you want to know something? My why is I don't ever want my daughter to even have to be in that position. That's my why. I don't want my daughter to have to work for anybody. I want her to choose to. I don't want my daughter to have to feel like she needs to be in a relationship to survive, or I don't want my daughter to feel like she has to deal with anybody's stuff, or I don't want her to feel like she has to sacrifice for the bare minimum. That's my why. I'm looking for people that have a why. And it doesn't have to be kids. It could be, hey, I'm not going back to being homeless. It could be, I'm not going back to this 9 to 5 when I'm done because they don't appreciate me for who I am. That's important. Because the why really keeps you going. Instead of saying, yo, B, man, listen, man, like, man, I've been really trying, bro. Like, I've been trying phone flip, bro, but like this joint not working. Okay, bro. Did you like try to like go and meet people, or? No, man. Like, listen, man. Like, I'm an old man, and I'm not trying to move or leave the house, man. I'm just trying to do this thing up in the crib, man. Well, sir, like that's sort of kind of an issue. So if you want to do that, that's perfectly fine. It can happen, but you're gonna have to go a different route. Oh man, listen, man, I'll go any route I need to, man. Any route I need to, as long as I can sit on my ass. Well, that's why you're broke. That because you're not willing to do things you're uncomfortable doing. All right. Is it worth the price? It's $100. Like I've been told you guys, you get electronic products for being a member of the network. You get 12 products to be exact. Okay. I know how much it takes to think about joining another community. A community that costs money is scary. What do you gain? Is the money being spent something you can afford to lose? So why did I say this? I said this on the phone to this person creating this because I said to them, I said, when I want people to look at this, because this community is going to be different. This is going to be my next business venture is this network, right? And I told the person, I said, so, when people join, I want them to think, is this something that I can afford to do? Can I afford to lose $100? Why would I ever want to allow somebody to be in my community that can't afford to lose $100? Let me move this so y'all can see. Did y'all hear what I just said? I said, why would I want to work with anybody in this community that can't afford to lose $100? You might be like, Brandon, I can't afford to lose $100, man. It's no shots, right? But what I'm saying is if somebody can't afford to invest in themselves, then why would they even attempt to create a business? Now, this is coming from somebody that didn't want to spend a dime to create a business. I would try every way possible to finesse my way into success. I've tried several different things. I gave you guys in the beginning of this video, or the middle, because I'm talking a lot, but I gave you guys an example when I said I knocked on the door and said that I was trying to get money for my AAU team. Remember that? Well, guess what happened? So I got all that money. I paid for the people to join Wake Up Now with money that I got from Brian Westbrook's house. So he used to be a Philadelphia running back. Like, I lived in a very wealthy community. Like, let's not get this. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. My mom worked for the government. She was good with bread. She just never spent her bread on me. But one thing I would tell you is that when I went and knocked on these doors, hey, how you doing? My name is Brandon, and I'm a basketball player at this high school, and I am just here because we're doing a fundraiser because we won the tournament, and we are trying to get enough so we can go to Florida for the AAU Classic tournament. Could you please invest? Right? So boom, they would go ahead and give me $100 or give me some bread. But you want to know what happened? I would take that bread and I'd be like, yo, bro, what's up? In fourth period, yo, John, you want to make some bread? Yeah, bro, I want to make some bread, bro. I'm trying to get what? Boy, I'm trying to get the new shoes. Da-da-da. Bet. Listen, I'm going to pay for your membership, bro. All you got to do is get 2 other people. All right, bro, bet. Pay for his membership. This guy don't ever get anybody. And I try to do fast things to get fast money. But that fast money ain't last. It didn't make people work. It didn't make people move. Listen, bro, let's keep this a stack, man. I'm going to keep this a stack. I done gave about 4 people within the last few months free products. Like close friends to me. I was like, yo, bro, I want you to get on your, like in December, because I wanted them to be able to buy their kids gifts and stuff. So I gave them some free products. Not one of them motherfuckers sold anything. Them products are still in their house. People don't appreciate free stuff. That's why I say if you can't afford to invest in yourself, then it's just not time yet. It's just not time, because when you're reselling and when you're phone flipping, you got to be willing to lose. You got to be able to lose and get back up at least one time. Yes, you do. All right. So what's the goal? That's something that we cover when you get into this community. So let's make this very transparent and clear. When you get into this community, when you sign up, all right, the link is below. But when you go ahead and sign up for this network, you have an email that comes to you and it tells you, hey, we're going to set up an onboarding call. You set up an onboarding call with me. Me and you, I sit right here, you sit right there, and we talk. And I want to know what your goal is. I want to know what your why is and why you're here. The reason I want to know is because I have a handy dandy notepad. I don't know where it is, but it's like this, a handy dandy notepad, and I get a folder for you. Yes, I said a folder. You actually have somebody that actually cares about you and stores your information that you say. Right. So I go ahead and get your goals and get your why. And I'm trying to understand where you envision yourself, because in order for you to be successful, you have to actually have a reason to be. So what's your goal? Next, you get started easily, right? So the onboarding call is great, but it also onboards you to where you get your hustler playbook, which we'll go over, which is a yearly planner. Yes, with this community, you get a yearly planner. That means I break down how to inspect what you expect with your business, how to go over metrics with your business, and it's personally tailored to you. Okay. And again, you get products. So now, after this one-on-one call, we give you your products. Now, you're going to be working with me to make these products make you profit. Then you also get an option to attend the 2 classes that I have throughout the week. On Tuesday, the phone flipping class. On Thursday, the reselling class. You don't have to come, but you have to come at least once a month. If you don't come once a month, I just don't send you products. Now, why? Because if I'm giving you products, I'm giving you products to succeed. I am not giving you products so that you can sit on your ass. I'm not doing that. Because to be quite frank, me giving products isn't going to help you make money if you don't know how to actually utilize the products and the asset. So that's why you learn daily. I push you daily. I communicate with you daily so that you can continue to make money. Next, your goals matter. So yes, we do weekly assessments, which we'll get into, which means that I am going to be hitting you up. Yo, what's up, bro? Like, how you doing today? What's going on today? What we hitting today? What goals do we got? Did you reach your goals yet? Yes. I'm going to be doing it. Why? Because it's important for me to help you when you feel down. Because there's times where I don't want to get my behind up. Excuse the language. Sometimes I don't want to get up. Sometimes I don't feel like being an entrepreneur. Sometimes I don't feel like making money, believe it or not. Sometimes I don't feel like being motivational. Sometimes I don't feel like uploading. Sometimes I don't feel like editing. Sometimes I don't feel like being in front of a camera. And that's where you need that other person to say, yo, bro, listen, I just got this Mozzie. Or yo, bro, I just got this new camera, bro. Or yo, I just did this and I did that. And see, what that does is it pushes you. Now, let's make this clear. It pushes you. What do you mean, B? What do you mean it pushes you? See, what happens is when you have individuals near you that want to be great and want to build, right? You are able to use them and their momentum to help you become better. And that's what I'm going to be for you. Okay? So we'll have weekly goals, leaderboards, and I'm going to make sure you hit your goals. And if you don't, then I'm going to be that person to say, yo, why ain't you hit your goal, man? What's going on? Now, the network onboarding, you have your intake consultation. That is that first call. Then we send you products, and then you have your first class. You let me know when you want to attend your first class, so I'll make sure that it's me and you. And we go and just go over the basics, make sure we refresh you on certain things that you may not know. This is all personally tailored to you. And that's why I love this network. Okay. Now, classes on Tuesdays, we have phone flipping. On Thursdays, we have product reselling. Once every single month, we have a plan of attack on Sunday. You can attend. If not, that's fine. On one Friday of the month, we have a special guest. Last month, it was a trucking individual. He owned a trucking company. The reasons I try and make sure that I give you guys these options is because maybe you want to pursue multiple things. Let's actually take a deep dive into other people's businesses and see how they're doing. All right, next, let's do this, right? All about your products, right? You are not going to pay us for a membership. You are investing in your business. We give you products monthly and have a mapped out plan on how we will get all the products to you monthly. So number one, you will attend the onboarding meeting. Number two, the products get shipped to you. Number three, you start selling. And of course, you stay active, right? We want you to stay tapped into the community, of course, because again, we want you to continue to grow. Now, how much does the community cost? $100 for the first 100 students. After that, $250 because I only want to do 100 to be completely real. Now, the network works. Now, this is real data from our previously reselling network. And basically what it's telling you is the networks that I explained previously, people did make more money than people make with eBay automation. Learning nonstop. So you get unlimited book calls, you get consistent goal setting, replays for any class you attend. All right, join us, and then all that blah, blah, blah. It teaches you how to do it. You go to hustlertaughtme.com, you go to Join Hustlers Network, you sign up for the community, and then bada boom, bada bang, you get up in that thing, okay? Now, I don't want to keep going and just moving on with this. So what I'm going to do is we're going to actually talk about this major invention I made. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is what you get the first email, well, the next day after you sign up. You get the Hustlers Playbook. Make money, work for you. Now, what is this playbook? So it's very important as an entrepreneur to inspect what you expect. I say this all the time, right? It's very important for you to know exactly what your business is doing. And why is this important? It's important because if you fall out of tune or out of place with the business and you don't know, hey, man, this isn't working, these emails that I'm sending aren't making me money, then you're paying for software that doesn't actually help you, right? If you don't know, hey, man, this product isn't selling and you keep buying that product, you're buying and wasting money. Well, you're not buying, you're actually investing and wasting money, right? So inspecting your business is important. Now, I just want to get down to the nitty gritty. It's all of this stuff in here, right? So every single month you have priorities, then you have your top monthly goals and your notes, right? Then what you would do in this section is you're going to say, okay, what days am I going to give myself off, right? Now you can write as many days as you want, but that's what this part is for. And then we have a motivational quote here. And then here is your weekly plan of attack. Now this is something that in the network you have to turn in. Okay, yes, I said you have to turn. Now you don't have to, but I would advise it. We don't make you do anything you don't want to do, but this is a tool that we give you and we hope that you guys use. Now let's explain this a little bit, right? Okay. All righty. Maybe I can do this. Let's see. Does this work? No, it doesn't. Okay. Maybe this. Oh, that doesn't work either. I was trying to zoom in. Anyway, so every week you have an income goal, okay? And you have a weekly goal. So how much money do you have right now? That goes in the income section. And then for the week is how much you want to make by the end of that week. Daily cadence. As you guys see, we break everything down between times. So to be, hold on, y'all. Why won't this thing let me zoom in? To be exact, right? We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Now you're going to map out what you'll be doing throughout those times. Now, why is it that deep? Why are we getting that, that detailed? Because that's what it takes, right? You need to know, hey, this time slot is when I'm going to invest researching into my business or listing products or watching YouTube videos to establish more ground. You need to know throughout your day what you're going to be doing. Then you need to hold yourself accountable to it. So then we have an investment slash profit goal. What is your investment? Like, how much money do you have to invest in your business this week? Now, how much money did you make? Now, cost of goods. So product inventory. How much cost of goods inventory? So how much does your inventory cost? Then how much are you going to be charging for your inventory? Marketing budget. What is your marketing budget for that week? And then what is your projected rate on your ROI, your rate of return? Then research slash networking time frame, events. When will you be doing some research or going to some type of webinar or maybe a physical event? Now, platform income breakdown. eBay, I made this much. Macari, I made that much. Walmart Marketplace, I made that much. Phone flipping, I made that much. Monthly expenses, bills, food, fun, business needs in total. Then you check off exactly every day that you actually did what you said. Why is it that deep? It's that deep because that is what's going to make you successful. Once you start actually doing this every single week, you'll start seeing different changes because you'll start seeing that you're actually looking at things a bit differently. Then we have a monthly review, Total revenue. So how much money did you make that month? Total expenses. How much money did you spend? What is your gross profit? Now, what are your top 4 weekly profits? What are your top 5 weekly expenses? And then what were your top performing platforms? How much inventory do you have currently? And then what are your total losses? And then I have a category down here to say, hey, what are some things we can do better next month? Now, why am I telling you guys all of this? Why do you get months on months on months of this all the way until December? So when you join this network, we don't just want you to join something to feel like you're a part of something. That's not what this is. This is not, hey, let's drop ship, guys. No. This is something built to actually help you become more than what you've even realized that you are capable of. This is something to help you deep dive into the business so that you can actually start getting the results you want. All right. So how do you do that? You go to hustlertaught.me.com, join Hustlers Network. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. And once you hit that, it takes you here and you just hit this and you join. Okay. This breaks down everything I just talked about. All right, guys. So that is going to be that part. Now, let's talk about some other things. All right. Now, when it comes to you guys being able to grow as far as resellers, and let's just say without the network, right? Before I get off, one thing of advice I would give you guys is stop saving money. I think this is the worst time to save money. I think it's more important right now to make sure that you're investing money that you can invest into as many things that bring you money back, as many things that teach you a skill, and as many things that will help you establish something for yourself. Because there are so many things out here right now that are not guaranteed. So many businesses, so many jobs will be lost. And I just want you guys to be in the best position possible. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching, man. Listen, if you guys think I should start going live again, let me know, man. I definitely wanted to tap in with you guys. I'm about to go ahead and get back to work. Yeah, the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. I just want to let y'all know that. You know what I mean? Everybody that went against the Eagles, you know, it's definitely up for you. You suck. All your other teams, y'all trash. If you got a team that's other than the Eagles, they trash. But without me saying me saying anything else, I'll just say thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and of course, I see you guys in the next video. Peace.